Look out, New Orleans. The health cops are in town. For the next 12 weeks, they're on patrol, busting bad diets and deadly habits. Tough cookie Leilani claims there's no one she can't motivate to self-improvement, no matter what it takes. Shawan describes herself as a former glamour girl, but her recent weight gain turned her into a virtual recluse, with only her pet snake Nina for company.
I'm pretty unsatisfied with the way I look and my weight, and I don't get out as much as I used to anymore. Confined to my apartment.
Her health cop, Leilani, takes a mind-body-spirit approach to health. So as well as working out and eating right, she wants Shawan to nurture her soul. At the start, her body composition was 39% fat. Ideally, she should be around 20. Her 12-week goal is to lose 5% of this fat. So far, she's lost 2. But Shawan has refused to buy a self-help book that Leilani wants her to read.
Mentally and spiritually, she's not doing what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to be keeping a dream log. I have yet to see this dream log. She's also supposed to be reading a book once a month, and we're supposed to be sitting down and discussing this book. The bookstore, I promise you, literally, I could walk. It would take me 5 minutes to walk to. She lives near a major bookstore.
Leilani's got her hands full with Shawan, too. She's more at home in the mall than the great outdoors.
One size fits all. I'm not sure about that.
So she's not impressed at being dragged out to Louisiana's bug-ridden swamps for a vigorous upper body workout.
I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm pretty apprehensive about things that I do that I don't know what I'm doing that are a little bit dangerous.
You think it's dangerous?
I mean, yeah, I think it's dangerous. I think we can fall in. I think can be animals out here.
It's gonna be a great workout, and it won't be like in a boring gym doing the same thing all the time. You'll see stuff you've never seen before, probably some weird-looking spiders. That's gonna be really cool. They do have alligators, and they do have snakes. But if you see one and you start sticking your paddle at it, it might, you know, just kind of wave and back up slowly and be quiet if you see one. Just don't agitate it. You ready to get your upper body workout on? Shawan is very skittish. It's surprising that she has a snake. Anyway, when it comes to anything new, ideas, objects, anything, she freaks out. If she doesn't know what's going to happen, if she can't see it happen, there's no trust whatsoever.
Even out in the swamps, the glamour girl is worried about her looks.
I think I'll just
keep it next to you. Yeah, it's not the most attractive.
Wait a minute, come back to that spot. Mud is not supposed to be in a girl's diet. Oh, man.
Come on.
Well, how am I going to turn?
Look at me. Put your paddle in the boat and your whole boat's gonna turn. Look. I'm just holding my paddle.
Hold it. Where?
Just hold it. If you're going forward.
All the way down?
No. Don't put your hands in the water. No.
I know one thing. I know I won't be getting by those edges over there.
You feel like this is a workout?
It's definitely a workout because it's work.
Where are you feeling it?
In my arms and in my back.
Cool.
I think we should turn around now.
She never seems to relax and just enjoy herself. She's always analyzing everything.
Who would have thought I'd have been out here canoeing? Nobody.
She'll relax if I have to hit her with this paddle.
That sounded like some kind of growl.
Oh, we gotta stop here.
So things are looking up for Bonnie, but the night's not over yet. Getting Shawan out of the house is always a challenge. She had no plans for Halloween, but after a lot of convincing, Leilani has persuaded her to come out and live it up in the French Quarter. And what better costume for a girl with a pet snake than Medusa, the serpent goddess from ancient Greek mythology.
Now, normally,
you name it, you know.
I would have never done this. On a Halloween night, I would have just closed the door, turned off the outside light.
Poor little kids.
They would have gotten nothing.
They get nothing tonight.
They get nothing tonight, but at least I'm out.
This is true.
Leilani has ulterior motives for taking Shawan out. Interrogation. Shawan still hasn't bought the self-improvement book that Leilani wants her to read.
So how's it going with your books? Are you reading?
I don't normally read, and reading is not necessarily something that I do all the time. And I don't even necessarily like to do it unless I have to. But I only read when I have to. When I have to, in school, I have to read the school books, that's it. Any extracurricular, not really.
Leilani believes that with the aid of self-help books, Shawan could understand why she gained so much weight.
At some point, when we got her, she was 227 pounds. So something in her mind did not trigger to say, hey, you're 150, you're 175, you're 200, you're 225. Nothing stopped her. So what I'm trying to do is to get her to learn about herself, to find out what it is in her that made her pass all of these heavy weights up and not stop herself to do something. If she doesn't have that book read and I'm going to be able to quiz her, then yes, it's time. I mean, it's either like you're either going to do this, you're going to keep your word like she said she was going to, or basically, she is pretty much history. All right, enough of that. Let's part.
Bonnie's starting to understand that a healthy mind is essential for a healthy body. But Leilani's still struggling to get Shawan to think beyond the physical. All Shawan has to do is read a self-improvement book from a list of books Leilani has also read, so they can discuss it.
Reading the books is not a priority for me, and the weight loss is, and the weight loss is rewarding enough.
She asked me, why is it that I have to pick a book off of your list? And I reminded her that when the show began, we made an agreement. I agreed that I would take 12 weeks out of my life to help her, and she agreed that she would follow a specific plan.
I don't have any desire to read any of her books, and if I do read the books, it's going to be strictly because she wants me to read them. So why would I read them?
The more Leilani probes into her psyche, the more Shawan is resisting.
She needs to learn about herself. There's something that obviously, there's some demon that she needs to face.
I don't think she's a therapist, and I think that she's trying to be a therapist or something, and I don't need that. And I wouldn't choose her to be my therapist if I had one.
She is not a happy camper right now, and I suppose that just comes along with the job.
But Shawan and Leilani aren't seeing eye to eye at all.
I feel like I can pick the choice that I want to pick.
It's time!
Shawan is supposed to drop her body fat by 5% in 12 weeks. To meet today's halfway mark, she needs to have lost 2.5% body fat. But she's done even better and lost 2.9% fat.
Yeah, buddy.
But it's no laughing matter. Shawan might be on target physically, but Leilani told her to buy a book from her reading list, and health cop word is law.
You had a simple task. We gave you money, go to store, buy books off list. You took the money and bought something else.
But I don't see why I have to specifically pick your choices. I feel like I can pick the choice that I want to pick.
We had an agreement. Remember we talked about keeping your word? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just trying to get you to keep your word. That's all.
All right.
Okay. Man, must have been a spoiled child. Don't get her way.
I think that things can be accomplished a whole host of ways. I don't feel that they have to go specifically her way or no way.
But she's busted. Leilani thinks Shawan's acting like a spoilt child and has given her an ultimatum. Either she goes to the bookstore and reads one of the self-help books from her list, or it's bye-bye health cops.
Okay, here it is. Basically, talks about reclaiming your inner power. I guess I'll give it a try. My mom says I'm just being difficult and for me to go ahead and read the books. But my dad said he doesn't see why I have to read the books, and I think I obviously agree with him. I'll read the book to say I read it and discuss it with her. I mean, if that's gonna make it all right or make her happy, I guess I'll do that. Because it definitely isn't making me happy, so I'll be reading it just because she really wants me to read the book. And that's really the bottom.
Shawan's in for a rough ride.
I think that's going too far.